Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Milton Sills speaking. You know, I appreciate the way many of you are seeing my films today. I suppose my biggest hit is The Seahawk that I made back in 1924. You can see it today right here on YouTube, and thanks to your technology, this movie looks better today than it did a century ago. In my day, film stars came from all walks of life, and they still do. But my road was a little different because I graduated from the University of Chicago and majored in psychology. My idea was to pick up a few more degrees and become a professor there, but that changed when a stock company came to Chicago. The owner gave lectures about it at the university, and I became fascinated by that kind of life. The owner of the troupe felt I'd make a good actor because I was 6'1" and 180 pounds. I had a good voice, too. In time, I had many offers from various producers and later began making films. In 1917, I starred in my first film called The Honor System at Fox. I liked the work and the pay was good. Eventually, I married an actress, Doris Kenyon, and we made many films together. We also had a son. I also had a daughter from my first marriage some years earlier. As you know, by 1928, the talkies were starting to replace silent films. I made 4 films that year, including my first talkie called The Barker. It was a carnival story, and the public really liked it, but then I began having some heart problems that kept me out of work. We explained it as just the flu and nervous exhaustion. By 1929, I was well enough only to make 2 films. Then I made another 2 films in 1930, talkies, of course. The first film was called Man Trouble, and the second was The Sea Wolf. This one was based on the classic Jack London novel. Shortly before its release in September, I suffered a fatal heart attack while playing tennis with my family. I was only 48 years old. As a result, I didn't live to see The Sea Wolf on the screen. A number of my films that were big hits are still being shown today on streaming video. Look for titles such as Patria. Also, there's Adam's Rib that was directed by Cecil B. DeMille. Miss Lulu Bett was regarded as an important film, and it was directed by Cecil's brother, William DeMille. And, of course, The Seahawk, which is the film I am best remembered for now. I hope I've made the case that I'm not really a, quote, forgotten star, unquote. I just have to ask, forgotten by whom? There ought to be a test for this dubious distinction, and I think I found it. I think that anybody who has a star on the sidewalk of the Hollywood Walk of Fame in Los Angeles is, by definition, not forgotten. My star is located at 6362 Hollywood Boulevard. It was placed there way back in 1960, and it still looks good today. It's sort of ironic that my star has been in Hollywood longer than I was. Well, maybe I'll see you at one of my film showings, at least in spirit. Goodbye now.